they know what they're doing, but then they just lack in school. Well, I do. This quote, it shows that, teachers, by a Chinese proverb, it says that teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. I'll be talking about how you must be involved in a class to be able to pass that class, and to study and the sacrifices that you need to make. First of all, for example, for this class, our professor, he'll show us what to do, but then we need to be involved. We need to learn from what he says. We must participate to show our improvements and our ability to do speeches. Second, I would be talking about the sacrifices that we had. Even though the doors are open, we must enter by ourselves. For example, for school, there's a lot of sacrifices that there are a lot of other things that you could do instead of studying. For example, myself, I spent a lot of time with my girlfriend instead of reading a book. Growing up, I didn't really enjoy reading. I lived in the ghetto, so I was outside most of the time hanging out with my, no racial, but like my Latino friends. We'd be outside, messing around, playing tag, hide and seek, or whatever. And then as I grew up going to college, I kind of regret I should have studied hard, focused more, because the doors were open. I just didn't take that step and go into education, taking it seriously. So overall, from this Chinese proverbs, the doors are open. We just need to take that step for ourselves and just learn more, educate ourselves.
All right, the opening is fine. I'm not sure you need the audience survey. You've got a pretty clear thesis for this speech. There's not really any preview of what the content's going to be. You kind of suggest a structure, but there's no detail to that structure. Internally, I thought you did okay in developing those points. One thing I did appreciate is once you got done with an idea, you didn't try and keep dragging that. I know he's there. You didn't keep trying to drag that idea out. And it was like, that's the idea, I've said it, that's as much as I can think of, and then you went on to the next thing, which I think gives your speech a lot more confidence, even if it's a little underdeveloped, but it sounds like that's kind of what you planned on, and then you seem a little bit more self-assured. On delivery issues, a couple of things. First of all, there are no gestures because you have your hands buried in your pockets the whole time you're speaking. I'm not sure they ever came out. However, I bet you've counted every quarter, nickel, and dime in your pockets because that's where they are the whole time. You need to talk to the rest of the audience. You did a great job making eye contact with me. When you watch your speech, you're going to see, I gave that speech kind of over here the whole time. And I don't know the rest of these people on that side of the room, they're going to feel a little bit ignored by that. And so you need to engage people more there. I thought your facial expressions did a nice job reflecting what you were talking about at the time and conveying in a sincere way what you were, the emotions that you were getting across there. I also thought that your voice projected reasonably well and that you used everything in a pretty solid manner. Like I said, the gestures were extremely limited. Your eye contact was a little bit problematic. And it's the same issue that everybody's having, and if I could get rid of that table, I would do so, like I got rid of the podium. Everybody puts notes down on that, and then suddenly that becomes, I'm going to stand sideways here, I'm going to turn over here, I'm going to lean over here, and it just is all you need in your hands are the topic, and as soon as you're done sharing the topic with us, you want to get that out of your hands and then talk to us. But when you've got something there, it's like an anchor. It keeps pulling you back, it keeps pulling you back, and it becomes a distraction to you while you're speaking. And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of people are having, and you had it too. It's there. Instead of talking to the audience, it keeps, like a siren calling you over to the rocks. You guys know the story about the sirens. Come over here and impale yourself on the rocks. It's like, come over here and come back to the desk instead of talking to the audience. All right, thank you.